Hi there. I'm AJ Nash, Digital Intelligence Advocate for Authenticate, and I'm here with another Intel Drop today. Now, today I want to talk about doing translation and transcription on collection. Specifically, we're going to talk a little bit about videos. So, for those who may know me or those who don't, in the Air Force, I grew up as a linguist. I was a Serbian and Croatian linguist, and not a very good one. Anybody who served with me will gladly tell you that, I'm sure. But linguists have a really important role to play in that a lot of times when you're collecting content, it's not in your native tongue. That can be true if you're dealing with criminals. That can be true if you're dealing with terrorism, extremism of any kind, or if you're just trying to monitor, foreign news to see how it's being reported, for instance. So I'm going to show quickly how I do this using Silo. So again, we've got all these different environments we could go into, different parts of the world, etc. For this purpose, I'm going to use Germany. There's no reason other than that. That's the place I chose to use for this. So I've already opened up Silo for Research in Germany, so a little magic there. And you can see that this is all German, as far as I know, at least. And so I wanted to take a look, and I found a news story, and there's a video here. And this looks serious, I guess, something of interest. So I want to be able to pull this down and transcribe and translate this. So I'm just going to right-click and do a download. Now, you can do a quick download. That's just going to give it to you in its native tongue. But in this case, I want to be able to translate. So pulls up a quick screen here, and you can do the default, have it select its own language, or you can default it. And I happen to know this is German. So I'm going to go ahead and pull German into here. And I want it to be in English. Again, it could be translated in other languages. So if you spoke another language or need a brief in another language, but in this case, English is the only one I'm reasonably good at. So we'll choose English. And then we would click save, and it would go ahead and save this into Silo Drive. Now, through the magic of having already done that, I can take a look here at where we are. So I did already save this into Silo Drive. And so it shows up as a zip file, and you can go inside of it. And here's all the subfiles. Now, it doesn't go quite as fast as I'm showing here, obviously. The download and the translation and transcription timing depends on how long the video is. But this only took a few minutes, frankly, to get done. It was just a little longer than I wanted for this segment. So as you can see, I get MP4s in both German and English. I get transcriptions as well. So let's take a look at that English transcription right here. There you can see a lot of words. Just for comparison here, if we take a look in, we could take a look at the German translation. Transcript, yeah. There's the German transcript. And so you've got all that in there. So we'll take a look at the video itself. So I'm going to close that one. Yeah, so let's go ahead and pull the video up itself. I don't know if I plugged the English through here, or the volume through here, so you may not hear this. You may only get to see the transcriptions. But that's okay. So the audio in my ears is still German, but it's obviously been transcribed and translated. I could have this as a German video with just German subtitles coming in as well, but I wanted to translate it to English so I can understand it. And so I have a chance now to go through and check this video out and see what it is. Now, obviously, in this case, this is not a video that's threatening in any way. I was just pulling something down as a demonstration. But you can imagine how this could be useful if somebody had reported a video of extremist behavior, terrorist threats, cyber criminal behavior, whatever you might be researching. For those who research, human trafficking, for instance, there's a lot of different applications for this, obviously. And it's the ability to do it quickly. Now, you might say, well, I've got tools that can do translation. I mean, Google does that. A lot of places do that, or I've got linguists. Linguists are expensive, but if you've got translation tools, I understand that. But the key piece here is I did all of this without the other side, without the source knowing. Because I'm obfuscated, I'm using a browser that shows me it's being in German and probably speaking German. If I was U.S. law enforcement chasing criminals, those criminals might have geo-blocked my ability to even get there. Or they might be tracking what's coming in and doing some backtracking to see who's been looking at them. But in this case, I'm coming in, I look like I'm a native from the local area. All of this is happening encapsulated inside of Silo. So if you use Google Translate, that leaves a signature, and somebody on the other side can find out that this person, well, they came in through a German IP address, but then they use Google Translate from German to English. So clearly they don't speak German. It's sort of a giveaway. So in this case, this doesn't leave any tracks or traces for anybody. There's nobody who knows that I pulled this video down, translated it, transcribed it, and now I have that evidence. And that's really the important piece here. That's the power of this, is that this is all integrated in one place. It's also really easy to use, obviously. So I just want to share that for anybody who might be looking for better ways to get videos as they can transcribe and translate and understand quickly and stay secure in the process. That's it for today. As always, stay vigilant.